Hey guys, it's Jen, and before we hop into my favorites, I just wanted to do a little life update. It's been a minute since I've had my last video go up, and that is because this last month I have been so incredibly sick. You might actually be able to still hear it in my voice, but I lost my voice completely for like 2 weeks. Not to mention I had a sore throat. I would say the pain was literally a level 10. It was only just slightly less painful than when I had my labor contractions. I've never gone through a sickness quite like that before. I even went and saw an ENT because I had such a severe case of acute sinusitis. I had to go on prednisone, which is a steroid which literally suppresses your immune system so it stops attacking itself so crazy, just to try to like minimize my pain. Finally on my way to getting better, but man, I just feel like this year has been so difficult. I knew having more than one child would be hard, but I didn't know that that would be because of sicknesses. They are just little petri dishes and they spread everything to the whole family. So this year, 2019, has definitely been a huge test, and I feel like this whole year I have just been in a motherhood fog of being sick and exhausted and not knowing what the heck is going on with my life. So if any of y'all are feeling that way, man, I am in the thick of it right now. Plus on top of that, I'm still breastfeeding, so constantly being drained from my body, mentally, physically, all of the above. Check all those boxes, send them off to heaven and get those prayers in because I need them. That being said, a lot of my favorites this month are not like super cool, awesome, going outside of the box fancy favorites. They are like basics. I'm talking about a little bit of skincare, a little bit of really basic makeup when I needed to just not look like I was crawling out of the crypt, which honestly has only been really in this last week or so, or times where I had to do something for work where inevitably I would be super sick and not being able to speak but still putting on makeup and then taking it immediately off. This is real life, you guys, and as glamorous as everything looks on the surface, sometimes the reality of even doing what I'm doing is not quite as simple as it looks. So in any case, I do really love all of the things I've been into this month, but we are talking super basic. Let me start off with the most basic of basics, which is this baby right here. I'm talking about Aquaphor. If you guys are into your Carmexes or different kinds of lip balms that really are minty, sometimes they're actually more irritating to your lips and can really dry your skin out. But Aquaphor, man, this is awesome for babies' butts. This is awesome for your lips. I even sometimes put this on my cuticles if I'm having a lot of hangnail issues. But the reason why this was a huge favorite for me this month is actually because I tried a new lip gloss and I had some kind of weird allergic reaction to it. My lips, especially at the edges, had a bunch of little bumps, almost like little blisters all over. It had like a sandy, glittery feeling texture, and they went kind of numb. And this lasted for maybe a week and a half. And so after that one day of wearing the lip gloss, when I took it off and then that feeling wouldn't go away, I just consistently was putting Aquaphor on my lips every single night before bed. Eventually it did heal and feel much, much better. So now my lips are normal. I give it up to Aquaphor for healing them. It just does everything. It's just one of those things I feel like you should always have around, whether it's for your lips, whether it's for some random kid's boo-boo or a diaper rash or like literally anything. I just like to have one close hand at all times. It is the best lip balm out of anything in the whole wide world. Better than just Vaseline, better than everything else. It just works really well, plus it's not addictive. You don't have to feel like there's some weird lip balm conspiracy. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Korean beauty, and so is Skincare Addiction. The whole forum, the community, they love Korean beauty, and this is something that I kept seeing over and over and over. Everybody was talking about how it was so amazing for their skin, and so I went on a whim, ordered it from Amazon. This is from CosRX. It's the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence, and you guys, this is literally snail slime. 96% snail slime. Almost the entire thing is like pure snail slime. which sounds crazy, but I'm sure if you guys are big into Korean skincare, you already know so much about Snail Mucin being a really amazing ingredient. It's very hydrating and it's very healing for the skin. So the way I've been using this essence and integrating it into my routine is that I have been using this after I use my toner first, and then I've been using a vitamin C serum to help with some pigmentation problems. Then I use this essence to sort of hold in the ingredients and add a little bit of a moisture barrier, and then I will do my moisturizer on top. This is actually lighter weight than a full moisturizer, but I do feel like it's just helped my skin to be a little bit more hydrated. I have been having a lot of issues since I switched my skincare routine to my skin just feeling really tight and dry. Again, I'm gonna say this like so many millions of times, but because I am breastfeeding, for me personally, it just sucks my skin completely desert bone dry. This completely erased that feeling of being underhydrated. So I think it's really amazing. I do have to keep using it a little bit longer to see if it had any effect on giving me a couple of more breakouts. I just saw my esthetician yesterday and I was talking to her about how sick I've been and how I've been breaking out, and she actually told me it was because of the prednisone that I went on. After you come off of it, breaking out is just one of those side effects that happens. So I think I'm just gonna keep using it on half of my face and seeing how my skin reacts that way, because then I can be able to tell more definitively if it was the side effects of the medicines I was taking or if it is actually the Snail Mucin essence causing my skin to break out. But otherwise, in terms of hydrating and just being a really beautiful feeling lightweight essence that absorbs really quickly, I've been really obsessed, and I really hope that my breakouts are just from the medicine and not this at all. But I'm gonna use it on half my face and I'll let you guys know. Next, of course, I'm gonna talk about concealer. I have never had such bad dark circles under my eyes as I have during my acute sinusitis. I literally have a picture on my phone. I look like death. I had to record it just in one photo because I sent it off to my sister to show her just how horrible I looked. But you guys, my sinusitis was so bad, it was refluxing into my tear ducts and coming out of my eyeballs. I can barely even say that without being completely disgusted. Like, that is so gross and disgusting. I thought I was having a double eye infection, but apparently all of my face was exploding, basically. One thing that I definitely got my use of when I had to put on makeup was concealer, and I have to say NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is one of the best under eye concealer products that are just even existing in the market. I know a lot of people really like Tarte Shape Tape. I didn't like Shape Tape as much because I felt like it really fell into my creases more, but NARS doesn't do that for me quite as much. This one just goes on and has the nicest balance of like dryness to wetness that I personally like in a concealer because it just looks really natural, and that's what I go for. I used the color on my face today anyway, Custard, which is a shade that matches my skin versus being a shade lighter. I don't know what kind of concealer type of person you are, whether you like to match your skin or if you like to do that really glam, like bright under the eyes kind of thing. Let me know what your concealer style is in the comments and if there's a favorite one that you have, because I'm just curious to know. You know, some people like that full glam, like super highlighted look. Again, I tend to go for something a little more natural, especially on days where I'm wearing less makeup, which is what I'm about right now because I am unwell and I just don't have a lot of time to put on makeup. But the Radiant Creamy Concealer has and always will be a huge favorite for me. So been really enjoying that, not just for my under eyes, but I use it to spot conceal my zits as well because I don't think it breaks me out. Next, I wanted to talk about a newer favorite. You know, I say newer just because the shade is newer to me, but I've been really loving these Pixi liquid lipsticks for a long time now. They just have such an amazing formula. You guys know that for liquid lipsticks, my favorites tend to be ones that feel a little more comfortable. I wouldn't necessarily say hydrating, but I like a liquid lipstick that you can't feel once you have it on. Just feels comfortable. Just normal, not sticky, not drying. That is my jam. I like liquid lipsticks because they last a super long time. Y'all know I don't have time to redo my lips all the time. And I also don't want it to rub all over my children. So I actually find them to be a lot more low maintenance. And it still gives you like a very pulled together made up kind of look, which I feel like mentally feels really nice. Like every time I go to the bathroom and see myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh yes, I did have effort today. Even if it's the same amount of effort of putting on a lip balm when I'm putting on my makeup. If I have a liquid lipstick on, I'm more present. I'm more there. I'm more okay. Everything is okay in my life, and that is what my liquid lipstick does for me. So the shade I have newly discovered that I have just really been loving is Au Naturelle. It is what I'm wearing today because I wanted to show y'all how it looks. I would say it's not exactly like an MLBB. It's a little bit on the warm melon natural pink side, but I feel like it is one of those colors that I can wear day to day. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a special occasion for me to wear it, but again, it's not just a lip balm kind of look. Like it does look more like it's a look. I've really been enjoying this. Love the formula, love the color. I feel like this is definitely going to be my spring summer shade this year. And then finally, for some reason, I've just been on this kick where even if I just do a couple spots of concealer, I really like doing my brows because it makes me feel, again, like I have my life a little bit more together when I am not doing like makeup. If I've been really sick and my face just looks horrid and I scare myself whenever I go past a mirror, if I have my brows done, it just looks a little bit more clean, especially because I haven't done any brow tattoos or microblading or anything like that. I'm still just filling them in like a normal Joe. This is the one that I've been using that gives me that look for like easy, quick days, especially when I'm wearing less makeup. I tend to go for this one just because I feel like the shade is a little bit more versatile. I can use it with a lot of makeup. I can use it with not a lot of makeup because the color is not quite so dark. This is the Goofproof Brow Pencil from Benefit. I've talked about it a bazillion times, but I still wanted to talk about it once again. I use shade 3. If you're a girl who has dark or black hair, I would say black to brunette, shade 3 definitely works. If you have like black Asian hair, 4 also works if you like having a darker, bolder brow. But then they even have a shade darker than that if you like really bold brows. I tend to go for something a little more lighter, a little more natural. It is what I'm wearing today, so it definitely is present. You can definitely see it even in a shade 3. I also like that it has the spoolie on the other side just to like blend everything out. And it's just been giving me a little bit of life back on these days where I just feel like I can't handle anything. It's okay. We're getting better. There is a silver lining. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I see the sun rays peeking out, and that is why I'm filming, because it has been a long time since I've been filming. Sometimes we just need to get back on that horse. My horse at least is a nice soft cushy bed. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's favorites. If you've also been sick, air high five to you. Solidarity. Thank you guys just for always being here and watching and tuning in. If you have a good cold recovering remedy, let me know that down in the comments, because this cold season I think has been awful for like everyone. And let me know in the comments what videos you would like to see coming up, because I'm just finally crawling out of that cave and I really want to get back into things. So if there's something in particular that you want to see, maybe it's more Ask Jen and Ben videos, maybe there is a cop it or drop it that you would like me to do, let me know. Or like a specific makeup tutorial, let me know down in the comments. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you hit that notification bell on, especially if I'm posting a little more sporadically. That way you're not missing any of my videos. I think you guys are amazing. I give you a virtual hug, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.